And today reacting to Gen Z is crashing out. Hungry as hell, man. Y'all send something to my crib, bro. My address is. I saw a video the other day, bro. It was this guy in the car tweaking about like bills and like car insurance and stuff like that. It was a bald white dude. Y'all might have seen him. It was so funny, but it was so real too, though. Like, if you don't pay things, it either ends up with you being on the street or in jail. Done crazy, right? Look into it.
You wanna know why it seems like millennials and Gen Z are just the most depressed generations ever? It's because we are. But there's a real reason for that.
I'm seeing Gen Z talk about life lately, and honestly, I feel it in my chest, bruh. I feel it.
Gen Zs, y'all be lazy. I feel like they be lazy and they want things handed to them because they are so used to microwave culture.
I know you're probably tired of people telling you to be a business owner and run your own business and stuff like that. And I'm here to tell you there's definitely benefits of working a 9-to-5, such as like insurance, like healthcare. Like, you really don't know how important.
Nah, word, bruh. When I turned 26, I stopped being able to use my family's health care and shit. I ain't been to the dentist. I used to go to the dentist every this is that and the third. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, dentist, eyeglass check. I need eyeglasses. You feel me? I should have took more advantage of that. But now I gotta pay out of pocket. Feel me? Or get on a plan, and I got a fam, so I might as well get the family shit. We talking about thousands. You feel me?
Important healthcare is until you have a health scare, or just the stability of having a consistent check coming in from a 9-to-5 can save you a lot of headache. Because as a business owner, you have a lot of ups and a lot of downs. Now, while there are benefits to the 9-to-5, a lot of people are saying that the 9-to-5 is starting to feel like a trap. Life is feeling like a finesse, and Gen Z cannot take it anymore. Check this out.
I'm seeing Gen Z talk about life lately, and honestly, I feel it in my chest, bruh. I feel it. Especially the 2000 babies. I am seeing it. Asking, what's the point? What's the point? What are we working towards? Why are we working nonstop just to barely get by? I feel it. It's heavy. And I'm scrolling through the comments, and everybody's saying the same thing. You know, I'm tired. I feel this sense of doom. Nothing feels real anymore. Not just talk, right? It's not just talk. It's a collective heaviness. And I'm 27, right? I'm an older Gen Z, but still Gen Z nonetheless. And I felt this in high school, right? The idea of working a 9-to-5 and then coming home and just entertaining yourself and then repeating the next day. Back then, it was already something in my spirit rejecting that. And now, more and more of us are waking up and asking, why are we doing this? Why are we doing
this? Is the thing, bro. I feel like you can say this to yourself. Why am I even doing this? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? For money. To survive. To live. Because in this world that we're living in, like it or not, we need money to survive. To live. You know what I'm saying? Everything costs money. In that video I was talking about in the beginning, the nigga said, you owe 12 different people $200 a month. It is true, like, to survive, to live, to have the, like, by saying, why are we doing this? What does that answer? What does that solve? Why are we doing this? Let's say everybody said, why are we doing this? Let's not do this anymore. Now what? I guess you can look within and say, why am I doing? I feel like the most productive thing that comes out of the, what is all this for? Conversation is, damn, I want to do something more. I want more. I want my lifestyle to be a certain way. I have to take these steps to live like this. That's the most productive thing that comes out of saying these things. Other than that, we're all just on the internet fucking saying, why are we doing this? We know why. We have bills. We have shit we have to do. Pay. You know what I'm saying? What else is there to say?
doing this? The American dream ain't a dream no more. The American dream is debt. It's survival. It's exhaustion. It's wild because millennials feel it. Gen Alpha, they're picking it up. And the boomers, they ain't really talk about it. But now everything's coming to the surface. People are thinking about leaving the country. I don't blame them. I've been having those thoughts myself. Living where life doesn't cost your soul. You know what I'm saying? Living where credit doesn't rule you.
Yeah, man, that might be true. There's trade-offs and caveats to everything, though. The grass greener on the other side, ideology. You feel me? Like, there's some places you gonna not have to pay more. Some places you're not gonna have to pay. You barely have to pay anything. But in those same places, you gotta worry about stray dogs and shit biting you all day, and fucking this corrupt government doing this, that, and the third. You feel me? Like, it's just certain caveats, bro. And I get it. Like, I'm not so far removed. Like, it's been a long time since I worked a traditional 9 to 5 clock in. The last time it's probably been about 5 years now since I've done that. Because I've been blessed to do internet related things. It hasn't been, but it's just been just been about not even a year yet that I've been making good money to where I can kind of sit back and look and understand. You feel me? Like, but the 50,000 a year thing wasn't too long ago. You know what I'm saying? 40,000, like, that wasn't too long ago. So I get and understand what the experience and things that are going on. But regardless of my situation and where I was at, I always looked at it from the perspective of, I have a plan to do more. I'm gonna do more. One day, this my fruits of my labor. I'll be able to reap the fruits of my labor. And until then, I have to figure this shit out. And there's really no point in complaining about it. It's more so like, if I complain about it, it's me and my friends laughing and joking and having good conversations back to back. Like, yeah, man, this shit tough right now. Yeah, because nigga, But I think it's very clear that now this world, this nation, but really this world, it's either poor and rich. There's not any middle anymore. It's really just, okay, poor and rich. Feel me? And I think a lot of that kind of depends on, well, who am I to say? But I think that's just what it is.
You don't have to work yourself into a grave just to live decently. And we're up against a lot in this system, right? Let's be honest. Like AI taking jobs, people are already having trouble finding work. Job market ain't good right now. You know what I'm saying? People's benefits getting cut.
A lot of niggas at Amazon. I do know that. My cousins work at Amazon right now. We be taking them to work. I see a whole lot of people at Amazon, bro.
People in chaos right now. People really going through it, bro. Like, I talk to people generally, heart to heart. People are going through it. Don't believe everything you seeing. Not everyone's out here living the glamorous influencer life.
Right.
You might be doing well if you rich and you.
That's another good topic. Okay. That's another good topic. This is one of my Yap videos, bro. If you don't like me talk, if you don't like when I talk too much, you're gonna have to just click to another video or just bear with me. But that's another thing. Like, certain people be seeing certain numbers and shit on like IG, especially IG. IG don't pay a fucking. It pays you literally a dime, and then TikTok, like. That shit, niggas be, bro, your favorite creator on TikTok, if he's only on TikTok, is getting if they're just relying on the creator rewards program, their max they're getting is 5 racks a month. And that's on a good month. You see me? TikTok is a tool, right? So like, now it's different. And if they going crazy on YouTube, but they live in check to check, it's because they have horrible spending habits. Feel me? They're not taking care of their money, or they're for some reason not monetized. Again, their fault. Everything is our fault, guys. Everything. I am such a this is my fault type of person. I was moving my setup earlier because the main thing needed to get into the attic, right? And I woke my cousin up. I asked him to help me real quick because the desk is heavy. I got all this equipment on there. I asked him to do it. This nigga knocked my speaker over, hit the wall, scraped the whole wall up. At first, I was upset, like, man. I'm like, wait, I knew I was waking him up. I should have moved this all out the way. I say all that to say, this mindset, everything going on here, should be seen as a my fault mentality. How do I change my situation? And it's more so not a my fault, but my hold myself accountable mentality. I need to do this more. I need to do that more. I need to put my head down and lock in more. That's just how I think. I don't think that's a very popular way of thinking. I think some people are gonna say no, Dior, ... I understand, but I think the only way to, and you might be right, but I think the only way to get out of situations is to be delusional, turn your brain off, and just get to it. That's it.
But for the majority,
Can't change my mind.
It's not like that. You know, on top of the political chaos, the talks of war, you know what I'm saying, pandemics and all that. It's a lot. See, I was in the middle of Costco the other day, and I got stopped by a lady. She looked like she was an older millennial, and she was asking me about the rice in my cart. And next thing you know, she's like, I don't even really know what to eat anymore. You know, because it seems like everything here is just, we're being poisoned here in America. The artificial dyes and the preservatives, and we're in the middle of Costco talking about it. We confused about what to buy. We don't know what to get, because it seems like everything's just slowly killing us, getting us sick, and having to go get medical bills that are expensive on top of everything else. We are grieving systems that we never asked for, and then we're just expected to keep going like everything's just fine. I mean, even
what else is we gonna do?
Ain't the same no more. Like, relationships, bro. The internet done shifted everything. It's like nobody's really healing. Everyone's just surviving. I'm 27, and it's hard to even imagine what my 30s are gonna look like. But I do know this: I'm not a pessimistic person, right? I'm a very positive soul. If you know me and you speak to me, you know I like speaking life into people. But when I take an objective look at just what we're dealing with in these systems filled with fear, it is chaos. It is a lot, right? When you really get into it, we're not crazy. We're just awake.
Wow, a lot of relatable things that guy just said, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people watching this video that probably feel similar to how he feels. And I was reading the comments, and it really had me thinking. Like this comment right here, it says, the new American dream is to leave this place. In other words, to leave America. Or even this comment, food makes us sick, the medicine makes us sicker, internet made everybody accessible and make it easier to cheat, make it easier and easier to cheat. Nobody has morals, loyalty, nothing no more. It's a dog eat dog world. Just to go back to the comment that says the new American dream is to leave this place. As a family man, I do think about this a lot. I have conversations with people that I know, like, how would y'all feel about leaving the country? Like, and I say that because I see the way the country is going, and I'm like, okay, am I gonna sit around and watch it burn, or am I gonna sit around and watch things get worse, or am I gonna find an exit? Am I gonna find, like, you know, just backup plans outside of here, especially as a man with kids, young kids? Because as a businessman, I understand America from a business point of view, from a business aspect. I also understand from a consumer aspect. America is not built off of comfort for the people. It is built off of business. It's not built off of comfort for the people. It's built off of cheap labor and taking the money back. If you don't believe me, look at all of the things that we are taxed for in America.
Taxes are high.
We are getting taxed with income tax. We're getting taxed with sales tax. We're getting taxed with property tax. We're getting taxed with...
That sales tax, boy. Ooh, I remember I was doing something. I forgot what I was doing, and they said, yeah, and so with taxes, I was like, sheesh, oof, they ain't playing. The only way to counteract this shit, bro, is you gotta get this money. You gotta get some more money, bro. You gotta get some more money. And I guess if I come from a very hard-working, get to work, get it done type of background and lineage, so maybe I had to be more sympathetic with people that have just, that's not how they were raised up. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I'm not saying I'm better than others because I was raised like that, but that's just something that, you know, I see this and I'm like, oh shit, I need to get to it, bro. I need to put this work in. That's all I think when I see that. You know what I'm saying? So I need to be more empathetic to people who are not necessarily like that, bro. A lot of people are not like that. So I get it and I understand, bro, but I can't fully connect, bro, because I'm genuinely just going, okay, I'm gonna feel that pain while I'm in it. Like, damn, this shit hurting right now. Fuck. But I always know, something always in my brain is like, if I do this long enough and I keep doing it, I'm always gonna win at it. Because that's just always what happened. I don't know if that's a mindset everybody needs, like, can adopt You feel me? I don't know if it's just God really, really blessing me, and I'm always praying and thanking God for everything I'm doing. But I feel like everything that I do, everybody else can do. So that's why I think that's where I like kind of disconnect in the conversation, because I just like, okay, all these taxes is going up, all this shit costing more. Oh, I just got to get rich. That's literally my brain. Oh, I just got to get rich. Okay. For sure. How do I do that though? What do I like to do? I can monetize anything. Especially like as although certain opportunities are being closed, more opportunities are being opened. Okay, how do I take advantage of the opportunities that are there for me? That's just how I be seeing shit.
We're getting taxed with.
I'm sure there's an air tax.
Bro, there's a tax for everything you could, like, every aspect of life. Even the money, even after you've got taxed, your taxed money is being taxed in so many different areas, right? Apparently there's a death tax that happens, right?
You can't even die for free in America.
You can't even die.
Honestly, I think it's truly sad that this is where America is right now. And this is the reality that most of us are living in. And by the looks of politics, it looked like things are only going to get worse. Like, I believe a lot of people in America have this thought that things are going to come back down and things are going to get a lot cheaper. The way I see it is the people that's at the top that are making the money, I don't think they're going to adjust the prices because they've still been able to make money. It's not like people are now not buying groceries. It's not like people aren't still looking and searching for houses. So to them, it's like, why lower the price if the people are still going to buy the stuff? The sad reality is the people at the top are not going to pivot because something is hurting you but benefiting them. That's just how it is. And that's what people mean when they say it's a dog eat dog world. And it shouldn't be like that, but that is how it is. One of the easiest examples that the person at the top really does not care about us is the medicine, the pharmaceutical companies. Like, why are we being given medicine that is going to hook us onto a drug but never really cure or fix the thing that we initially came to the doctors for? But instead, you're prescribing me a medicine I gotta take for the rest of my life. And if I don't take it, I'm gonna become even sicker than when I first came to you. So you force me to subscribe to a drug that you're gonna keep.
See, this right here, I have no knowledge in. Yeah, that's crazy.
On taxing me for, but you're not gonna charge me directly. You're gonna charge my insurance, something I can't see. Like, if these companies really care about us, if the people that was over all of this really cared about us, why wouldn't they just heal the sick? Like, have you ever seen how much it costs to go to the doctor? Like, I mean, have you ever had to pay out of pocket for a doctor's visit? I feel like the way America treats the sick or the dead is one of the most.
For real though, for real. Like, if anytime, again, blessed and I'm so thankful for y'all. Anytime my son gets a fever, guys, my girl gets so scared and paranoid that she takes him to the doctors. It's not the biggest fee. It's not crazy. It's literally like $100 or something like that. But I'm thinking, like, when I was really messed up, what would I have done? We just would have, again, nothing happens, but he's got a fever. But she wouldn't have that peace of mind to be like, he's good. And I guess she would just have to get it from there. But let's just say, like, somebody really has some shit going on. They say the average American doesn't have $500 in their savings account, right? What does a nigga do, bro? I fucked up.
It's obvious signs that this is all a business and we're just pieces on the board being moved around. But this is one of the best realizations that you could come to as well, that nobody is coming to save you.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Ty. I say that shit all the time. Nobody, and especially if you're a man. If you're a woman or a child, you have people. Somebody's gonna probably come save you. You have a higher chance of someone saving you. As a grown nigga, you know what happened to me yesterday? I just thought about this, bro. Damn, this is crazy. Yesterday, I'm out eating with me, my cousin. My son's out in Dallas, so it wasn't my son, but me and my cousin. We walking around. We're leaving the spot. A nigga was laying on this thing with his head back like this, holding back, and he looked up. He saw us walking. He said, "Yo, bro." I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "Do you know where I go? Like, do you know where you could go or where you go whenever you lost everything?" I said, "Like, what you lost like everything?" He's like, "Yeah, like lost everything." And I dead ass had to tell him, I was like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know where to go. He was like, oh, okay. He was like, also what's funny, bro? You look like a black version of me. He's a Mexican dude. And I said, oh, no. I said, man, get out of here. And I kept walking. And then he laid back down. Shit crazy, bro. Nobody's coming to save that nigga, by the way. He's going to have to walk around, figure out whatever it is, his situation. But nobody's going to save him. If I was a child, excuse me, sir, do you know, I lost everything. You know, come on, man. Let's go. Let's go to here or there. We got to, a lady in my position probably would see would have got the same response. But somebody else would have been more willing. Nobody going to save you as a nigga, bro.
This may not get better. So what can you do?
Gen Zs, y'all be lazy. I feel like they be lazy and they want things handed to them because they are so used to microwave culture.
Now, wait a motherfucking minute. Let's not forget that
I haven't seen that logo on a shirt in so long. People used to pay me $1 to draw this on their notebook. Damn.
y'all are the generation that Gen Z watched lay on y'all mother's, grandmother's, grandpa's couch and got fussed at for not having a job. Y'all talking like y'all had a fucking blueprint. Y'all just not getting off y'all motherfucking ass. If y'all had the blueprint, we wouldn't have to be doing half of the that we doing right now. Y'all supposed to make it easier for the next generation, but y'all spent y'all lives enjoying life. So now y'all are in y'all late 30s, early 40s, doing the same thing that we motherfucking doing. Now we picking up the crumbs to the cake y'all motherfucking ate. You might be seeing a lot of Gen Z and you viewing them as lazy, but most of the time we not fucking lazy. We are fucking tired. All this y'all said that y'all done back in the day, we can try to do that right now, and it's gonna be 10 times as fucking hard. I am out here working 24/7. I done live like 7 fucking lives. You gotta damn near kill yourself just to get by in society today. Gen Z is the reason that a lot of today happening is fucking happening because you just had a voice a long time ago and y'all still didn't use it. But now Gen Z talking, they disrespectful. But then when some good happened, Gen Z, they know they can open up their mouth and So like what is it? Y'all motherfuckers are the ones that been stuck in y'all ways for years and years and years. Half of millennials are still living the same life that they've been living since they was 17 to 25 years old. So who's lazy? I'm aggravated. I love you, B. Simone, but what you said, I didn't fucking like.
I think it's true to I think that every generation has lazy, like it's lazy. You feel me? I feel like every generation at some point, the generation prior was like, you niggas is lazy. You niggas is lazy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just what it is, to be honest. Like, yeah, I know some niggas lazy as shit, as fuck. Before my cousin moved into with me, before I had my cousin move in with me, bro, I used to call this nigga, it'd be 3 o'clock, the nigga just woke up. 3 p.m., the nigga just woke up. When he first got here with me, I had to literally whip the nigga in shape. You know what I'm saying? Not whip the nigga, literally, but I had to get that nigga in shape, bro. Break down. A lot of conversations, me getting on his ass, a lot of aggravation, a lot of upset and stuff, to get him to even the place that he's at now. So it's like, I feel like every generation has very lazy people, and the generation prior said that they was lazy. Right? I think that's just what it is. I'm sure my grandfather that worked in the fucking railroad, your grandpa, your mom or whatever, whoever it is, said, we used to walk 100 miles a day to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we not doing that no more, but I'm grinding on this YouTube shit, though. Persevering with that, that's not lazy. You know what I'm saying? I think we just all have our own little definition of that. So I think when people say this, I don't really even give it too much power and emotions for
Gen Zs, y'all be lazy. I feel like they be lazy and they...
This app and us in the workforce have a bone to pick with Gen Z. This app and several others, where it's Instagram, YouTube, whatever.
Niggas, yeah, again, people have their own idea of laziness. Hold on. Yo. What's up with you, boy?
Man. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I got 8 minutes left in this last little video, and as soon as I'm done, I'm gonna call you right back. Like my last video for the plus. Bet. People be thinking niggas get on. I remember when I was doing like TikTok stuff, grinding my ass off trying to figure out how to get this shit popping. Niggas used to be on my ass. Get a real job, motherfucker. Niggas used to be mad as shit in the comments.
It's full of people posting videos of them just leaving in the middle of the shift without telling anyone, or just saying, well, I'm just never going to show up to work again. I don't like it. On behalf of all of your coworkers, get fucked. Listen, I get if a job isn't for you. If it's not something you enjoy, maybe you don't enjoy your boss, maybe toxic workplace, or maybe it's just a job field you're finding out you don't like. That's fine. Tell somebody. Say, hey, you know what? This isn't working out. I'm not coming back. Or give a 2 weeks notice. Something.
Now, yeah, I was raised this way, though. Like, when I did work, I didn't do shit like that. You feel me? Now, I would give my 2 weeks, and I might not feel like finish the whole 2 weeks out. But I would do my 2 weeks. I'd be there for about a week or however long. You know what I'm saying? And then I would leave.
But whatever you do, don't just fucking not show up. I've had a few jobs I didn't like. I've had some bosses I didn't like. At the same time, I may not have liked them, but I would still at least give notice before I left. And I understand things have changed. Not everyone's giving a 2 week notice. You don't have to give a 2 week fucking notice. You just have to give a notice.
You want to know why it seems like millennials and Gen Z are just the most depressed generations ever? It's because we are. But there's a real reason for that. Millennials and Gen Z are honestly the first two generations to see the bullshit for what it was. And not only that, we're the first two generations to actually speak out against the bullshit. Like me, for example. I'm a millennial. I'm a younger millennial. I was born in 1991, which essentially is just 6 years before Gen Z. We were the generation that were told by our Gen X and Boomer parents that if you go to college, get a degree, you graduate, you get a good job, that's all you gotta do, right?
That's what it was, though, gang. That's what it was.
So we said, all right, cool. We went to college. We got our degrees, and we started to graduate in the late 2000s.
That shit flipped, though, brother.
And those degrees didn't mean a damn thing. As a result, we looked at our Boomer and Gen X parents like, why the fuck did you lie to us like that? It's not their fault. They technically didn't lie to us because the reality of when they were growing up, yes, degrees actually mattered. In fact, a lot of our parents got turned down for jobs because they didn't have degrees. They just didn't know that the world would change right
so
as they
fast.
were telling us that.
Yeah.
Bro, we are really the transitional guinea pig generation. Like when I was born, VHS and cassette tapes were popular. But when I graduated college, we had already started to transition into fully digital media libraries.
I remember when people would be like, yeah, I'm not going to college. Like, I'm going to just go straight. I'd be like, damn, that nigga fucked. Damn, that nigga's going straight. He's just going to start working. How the fuck that nigga going to get any? He ain't got no degree. I remember when I was on Apex one day playing, and I had just dropped out, and I was doing YouTube shit. You feel me? I was a producer and I was doing YouTube shit. And the nigga was like, you don't even have a degree. He just started spamming on me. You don't even have a degree. You stupid ass. You don't got no degree. You know how Apex shit. We be wolfing with your teammates and da. You fucking bum. You don't even have a degree. And I didn't have no degree. But he was saying that shit like it really meant something.
Literally everything ended and began with my generation. Millennials grew up with so many promises that we all thought we were going to be straight if we just followed the formula.
Right.
That was never the case, bro. So now, here we are in our early 30s, mid 30s, late, some of us even in our early 40s now, still on homes, still in apartments, still kind of just winging it in life. And it's even crazier is the fact that the government still sees millennials as children, not realizing that the oldest millennial is in their fucking 40s, bro. We're depressed because we're in a stagnant state. You know what I'm saying? We have not been able to grow. Most millennials' lives honestly have not changed over the last 10 years. You might make a little more money than you did back in 2014, but your living circumstances and all that kind of shit, most likely, it ain't really changed much. Still live in an apartment. You either got the credit score for a house, but you don't got the income, or you got the income, but you don't got the credit. And then with the interest rates being so crazy, it's honestly cheaper to rent a house than it is to buy one. Not to mention that millennials and Gen Z are the generations that just been bombarded with information for our entire lives. Like, yes, awareness is good, but listen, man, too much of anything is a bad thing, and too much awareness definitely takes a toll on your mental health, man. Like everyday war, genocide, famine, gas prices, interest rates, job market. We know too much, is overwhelming. Everything's expensive now. When I was in college, I used to go to McDonald's and get a McDouble, a McChicken, a large fry, and a sweet tea for $5.35. I put that same meal in my McDonald's app cart the other day. That motherfucker was $12. And our parents had the audacity to ask us, did we have McDonald's money back in the day? Motherfucker, you mean $4? So yeah, man, if it seems like millennials and Gen Z are just the most depressed and cynical ass generations, it's because we are. For a lot of valid ass reasons. None of us know what the hell going on. We just out here winging.
The direction that you choose in life, the things you choose to do, and the things you choose not to do, at this point, is life or death. Whether that's eating healthier so you can avoid the drugs that the doctors are going to try to give you, or maybe even stepping out of the American dream and really pursuing the dream that you've created for yourself. Or if you ever had an idea in the back of your mind how you can elevate yourself to the next level to possibly escape the trap or the maze that the people at the top are trying to put you in, this is the time to take that serious. Like Eric Thomas once said it perfectly, when you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And right now, we're being suffocated by our government. So metaphorically, we can't breathe, which is why you need to start taking action. I don't believe
there we go.
man
Now we back.
should look down the street and say, oh my gosh, there's danger down the street, and just continues to walk down that street with no strategy of how he's going to survive that danger. And to some of y'all, this is not even new stuff to you. You know the problems with the healthcare system. You know the problems with the education system. You know how bad the job market is and that they're not hiring nobody. You know that most of the foods that we eat is just...
And another thing about this like type of video and propaganda, like it's not really propaganda, but like this type of video that I just can't resonate, because you know maybe people always talk about, you know how many like you like, you know, everybody broke, yeah, we all hurt and everybody fucked up, like this shit hard for everybody right now. But like, so you kind of have this mindset, especially if you don't like this is what I'm about to say. You have this mindset where, you know, you're riding around wherever you're at, or you're seeing certain things depending on where you live. You kind of like, yeah, nah, everybody be all going through this, is that, and the third, which is, you know, a lot of people are. But the other day, I was on my way somewhere with, again, my girl, my son, my cousin, and we got not lost, but the GPS took us away we never seen. And it took us in a part of Houston where it seemed like everybody had a fucking mansion, huge, crazy crib. And it made me realize, like, yeah, there's a lot of broke people, but there's a lot of rich people too. So I feel like, I say that to say, it's all about how you look at this shit. You feel me? Damn, there's a lot of, yeah, man, there's a lot of people out here hurting. Yeah, but there's a lot of people out here winning. And I'm gonna be with them. That's how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go about my business and be like that with them. And I have to navigate this life just like everybody else. I'm just gonna make the decisions I'm gonna make, and I'm gonna figure this shit out. That's how I be thinking, bro. Now, I know there's 3 minutes left in this video, bro. Go pull up the Ty Boogie joint if you want to see the rest, man. Shout out Ty Boogie, great video. I gotta piss. That being said, we going, man. Eddie D, let do it.